Hello and welcome to Saki Tech. So in today's video, what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the iOS 7 Beta 5 running on an iPad 4. So as you can see, I have my iPad 4 right here, and I've got my camera right here. I'm going to start recording this thing in a couple minutes.
Okay, so as you can see here, we have our iOS 7 Beta 5 running on an iPad 4. So, what is different? Not much is different. Of course, there's tiny refinements that you're not going to see. I'm not going to go over that. I'm just going to tell you one thing. The Beta 1 was very laggy. Okay, the Beta 5 is not laggy at all. So the smoothness of the iOS is coming back as we're getting closer to the final release, which should be after the next beta. So there's going to be an iOS Beta 6, and then you're going to have the final release probably sometime next month, because that's when they are anticipating that the phone is going to get released, the iPhone, the new iPhone. So let's take a look at what's going on here. So biggest thing, we've got the notification center. It's all changed up. It's all prettier. And you can switch between the three tabs, the Mist, the All, and the Today. So if you go look at the Today tab, this is all about today. So what's going on today? It's going to look at your calendar. It's going to give you the date, the time. Well, the time is up here, but it's going to give you the date right here. And it's going to give you a quick summary on your weather. So it says partly cloudy conditions with 20 miles per hour winds out of the northwest. And if you keep scrolling down, you'll see a little quick peek at tomorrow, reminders, and then you can put stocks here if you want to follow those and stuff like that. Now let's switch over. Here you get to see all your notifications from your apps and stuff like that. So my dictionary was giving me a couple notifications. Real Racing 3, the game, and the App Store is notifying me of the updates to my apps. And if you go to Mist, this is the things that you missed. So it looks like I missed the word of the day, and if I had a FaceTime call, which I missed, it would show right here. Okay. Number 2, we've got the Control Center. And then in the Control Center, you get quick access to things that you use a lot. So look at that. We've got the Clock app. So if you tap that, the Clock app comes right up, which is a nice app, by the way. And then if you tap the Camera app comes right up. Okay. And if you go to the other buttons, you can turn on the airplane mode by tapping that. It tells you it's on. You can turn the Wi-Fi on and off. So let's see. It's on right now, so it's going to connect to my Wi-Fi. Then you can turn the Bluetooth on, and you can do the Do Not Disturb mode on, so you cannot be disturbed when this mode is enabled. And then you've got the sound, which you can turn on and off. So it's muted now, it's unmuted. Okay, and then you've got your music controls right here. You can increase the volume, decrease the volume, pause, go to the next track, and stuff like that. Okay, so let's get out of here. And I just want to tell you one thing. If you go into Settings, and if you go to your Notification Center, you can do a lot of customization. So I can actually disable the Today Summary. So if I pull it down now, go to Today, there is no summaries here. Okay, and then let's disable a couple of these things and see what's going on here. So there's nothing going on. So you can disable the whole thing if you wanted to. And then you can actually change how you can access the Notifications tab from the lock screen. So if I'm in the lock screen, by default I have access to the Notifications bar. But if I go to disable that, okay, then I can actually not pull this down anymore. Well, I did, but I only see the today's view. So let's understand what's going on here. Okay, so notification views disappears, but today's view remains. So if you cancel both, you're not going to get anything. And in fact, the tiny bar that's on the top disappears as well. Okay, see that tiny bar at the bottom, which lets you pull this thing up? It disappears on the top. So go back in there, turn them both on, and now you can see the tiny bar on the top that lets you pull it down. Okay, so you can do the same kind of stuff with the control center, but not as many options. So you can disable access in the lock screen if you want to. And then you can also disable access within apps. So if you're running an app, do you want access to the control center or do you not want access? So you can turn that on and off right here. Okay, so those are the biggest two things. And then we want to take a look at the walls, the wallpapers. And you actually have the option to pick from a dynamic wallpaper, and you have the option to pick from a still. Okay. Also, just a quick note here. On the iOS 7 Beta 5, they actually changed the black and white icons here in the menu bar towards the left to colorful icons. So that looks a little bit better here. So again, you have the dynamic wallpapers, which are live wallpapers in the Android world. So you have a little movement in the back, and you can set it on the lock screen, home screen, or you can set it in both of these screens. So let's set that for a second. Go back out, and now you have a live background. And I'm sure by the time the iPhone and the iPad are released with the newest iOS 7, the final version, you'll probably get more live wallpapers. I sure hope so. And then what else we got here? Now, what I like in the camera app. So if you go to the camera app, oops. Well, let's talk about this. If you pull down, you get the access, the search bar where you can access anything you want. You can search your whole iPad through here. So this used to be the spotlight search. So if you swipe this way, your spotlight came up and you could type in and you can search apps, you can search messages, contacts, and anything pretty much. Now you do it by pulling down slowly anywhere on the screen. Okay? So from here, let's search for the camera app. Camera app, and it also searches all my emails. So tap the camera app and let's talk about that real quick. Oops. Of course, this is a beta, so sometimes the things are not going to go right. So here's the camera app, and the only thing that I like, here's a little thing in the back right here, so put this right here. So the one thing that I like on the camera app is that you can switch between different formats just by swiping up and down anywhere on the screen. So video, photo, and then the square shot, which is almost like an Instagram shot. And then you can turn your HDR on and off right here. And then the other thing you can do is, let's go to photo. And that's it actually. And you can access your photos by tapping right here. And from here you can edit your photos. So you can add like, you can rotate, enhance, you can add some filters. Filters like, let's say noir filter, okay, and apply. So that's an option in the Photos app. So let's get out of there and let's take a look at what else we have going on here. Okay, so let's take a look at the App Store. So pull that up. Oops, not that one. App Store. And then with the App Store, what I like is when you go to updates, you don't have to update anymore. Everything gets updated automatically behind the scenes. So when you come and you take a look at it, it pretty much tells you what was updated and what were the changes. And this is the first time I'm seeing this. It says pending updates, update manually. Let's tap that, see what happens. Okay, so blah blah blah. If it's okay, so update has been started and it's completed. Let's leave that alone for now. Well, it's done. So when you go down, where's mSecure? Okay, no big deal. So if you look at it here, right, it's right here. So if you look at it, it tells you what was changed right here, but at least you don't have to do that manually anymore. I don't really know why that was ready to be done manually. All these guys were done automatically. But let's go to featured here. So this is your featured store. You got the top charts. Okay, scroll through. You've got that near me feature. So if there's any popular apps that are close by to you, everybody else is using, they're going to pop up right here. Okay, and this is your purchased apps right here, and that's pretty much what it is. Okay, so if you want to pick a category, racing games, you get all the racing games. And let's go out of here, and let's go to the music app. Okay, so you got the radio here where you can listen to free radio stations, and You have the playlists, you've got the artists. I don't have any music right now, unfortunately, but you got the albums, the songs, and that basic stuff. But I like the little the look on this. It looks really nice and refined. Okay, so get out of here, and what else do we have? So that's basically what we have on the iOS 7 Beta 5. Of course, there's some more, but I'm not going to cover everything right now. If you do want to see more iOS 7 coverage, I'm going to put a link in the description below, and that link is going to send you to my full iOS 7 playlist, where I have tons of videos covering iOS 7 on the iPhone, on the iPad, going over different features and stuff like that. So thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you the next time.